What's up, everybody? Justin here to do a new top 100, my top 100 wrestlers. This is part 7. It's a 10-part series. This is part 7. Again, these are top 100 wrestlers. The list I came up with, the top 100, is based on their look, their wrestling ability, their promo skills, their charisma, their character, their persona. So here we go with part 7, which will be number 37 down to number 27, I think. All right. Let's go 37 down to 28. So here we go. Number 37. This guy was a great worker. Really good worker. Wasn't that good at talking. Didn't have a great persona. Wasn't super charismatic. But who cares? The guy was a member of the Four Horsemen. The guy was a tag team champion, a U.S. champion, NWA champion. This guy was a really good worker, and he could have a good match with anybody. Anybody he could have a good match with. The guy was a great worker. He's actually the uncle. He's the uncle of Bray Wyatt. He's the brother of IRS, Mike Rotundo. Number 37, Barry Windham. Now, Barry Windham, the guy could have had a way bigger career. But he disappeared out of wrestling a couple of times for a couple years. Barry Windham. Excuse me. My voice is all scratchy. I don't think Pepsi's going to help, but whatever. Anyways, it's very, very cold outside, but thankfully I have a roof over my head and I'm in my warm house. So number 37, Barry Windham again. He did disappear. I don't know why. Maybe he had addiction, substance abuse, alcohol problems. I don't know. Health problems. I don't know. But Barry Windham was damn good. Damn good. Damn good in Jim Crockett Promotions. Damn good in Florida Championship Wrestling. Damn good in the NWA. Actually went to the WWF in 1989 as a Widowmaker. Barry Windham, the Widowmaker, and did not have a good run there. I don't know why he wasn't there long, but 1989, Barry Windham was barely in the WWF. I don't know why. He was there once before in the early 80s. Like, I'd say late 83 and 84, 85. Barry Windham and his brother, I believe their team name was the U.S. Express. They were a part of the first WrestleMania. They were the tag team champions. So that's pretty historic. Barry Windham was a part of the first WrestleMania. I don't think he appeared on another one. I'm trying to think. I think Barry Windham was a part of the company. He was a part of the company in 96. Oh, I'll tell you. Barry Windham's final WrestleMania was WrestleMania 13. He was in the tag team, the Blackjacks, with JBL. So he was a part of 2 WrestleManias out of 34 WrestleManias. Sadly, Barry Windham was only a part of 2 of them. But he had a great career. U.S. champion, tag team champion. NWA champion in 1993. Or the end of 92, 93, he was NWA champion. So number 37, Barry Windham. Number 36, The Beast, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar. A freakish athlete. Just freakish. Especially when he debuted in 2002. In 03, in 02, the guy was in his prime. The guy was just a beast. He was strong as hell. He could do anything. He could do a shooting star press. He almost died doing a shooting star at WrestleMania 19. Landed on his head and neck. That was not good. I was scared for him. But I guess his neck is so damn strong, he didn't even break it, but he did suffer a concussion. Then Brock Lesnar, of course. The guy was a great athlete. Tried out for the NFL. And I believe he's on the practice squad for the Minnesota Vikings. He did get to play in preseason games. But I don't believe he made the team. But still, the guy probably could have been a good football player if he would have went after a football career right out of college. But good for WWE that they found Brock and went after him, and that they got him when he was in his prime. Went to UFC, became a UFC heavyweight champion. Brock did really well in UFC. Off steroids or on steroids, I don't care. He still did well in the octagon. Came back in, I think, 2013, it had to be, I think 2012 is when he returned. In F5 Cena. I enjoyed that. Then he had a match with John Cena at Extreme Rules. I thought it was good. Had a match with CM Punk at SummerSlam. He destroyed that Punk. He destroyed him. So some say Brock Lesnar has really overstayed his welcome. He should take time off, in my opinion. After WrestleMania 35, he really should go away and take at least a couple months off, or I don't know, 6 months. Who knows? But I still like Brock. He's still good in the ring. Just watch his match with Finn Balor. He is still good. He sells, and he's still very good when he wants to be. When he's not being lazy in the ring, he's still a top guy and a main eventer. And he is a attraction. Anyways, I'm not that upset that he's a part-time champion, that he doesn't defend the Universal title much, because the Universal title, to me, it means absolutely nothing. This old baseball means more than the Universal title. And a baseball is not even, well, it is an object, but it's not a human. Anyways, Brock Lesnar gives some meaning to the Universal title and some credibility to it, at least. I know every fan probably does not agree with me, and that's okay. I'm not going to tell you how to think. I would never tell you you're wrong for wanting Brock gone or whatever. But I still like Brock Lesnar. I like him appearing on pay-per-views, and I like seeing the guy wrestle. Number 36, The Beast, Brock Lesnar. The guy's an NCAA wrestling heavyweight champion, UFC champion, WWE champion, Universal champion. Has never held the tag titles or Intercontinental. He could have, but he probably never cared to. Number 35, the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer. I love Tommy Dreamer. To this day, I respect the hell out of him. He has given his body to pro wrestling, has given his heart and soul to pro wrestling, has broke his back for the business. I believe he's broke his back once or twice. I believe he also broke his neck. Tommy Dreamer just was the heart and soul of the original ECW. Really was the heart and soul of it. Took so many bumps and just crazy spots, being chokeslammed off balconies through like 3 to 4 to 5 tables all the time. And on many, many different shows, he was chokeslammed through many tables off like 10 to 12, 15-foot balconies by Brian Lee. I respect Tommy Dreamer so much. I respect him as much as I respect Mick Foley. Tommy Dreamer, the guy was really good. I enjoyed him. I was a big fan of his. I still am. But when he was in his prime in ECW, I was a huge fan of Tommy Dreamer. Went to the WWF. Was there for many years. Eventually, he got fed up. He didn't want to be in management anymore. Started his own company, House of Hardcore. You got to respect him for that. That he started his own company to give a lot of wrestlers and women a place to work on the indies. Started House of Hardcore, and WWE actually offered him a ton of money to shut it down. He will not shut it down. Tommy Dreamer, the guy's a hardcore legend. In my opinion, he is a future Hall of Famer, and he's a hardcore legend. You can see Tommy Dreamer now in House of Hardcore, Major League Wrestling, Impact Wrestling. The guy is everywhere. He'll probably be a part of AEW backstage. Maybe he'll even appear on camera. But currently, Tommy Dreamer works backstage in Impact Wrestling. I believe part of the creative team or helping the talent. And also, Tommy Dreamer works and appears on Busted Open Radio on Sirius XM. I'm a big fan of that show. So 35, Tommy Dreamer. 34, Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose. The guy was really good before he got to WWE. When he got to WWE, he had really good matches in FCW with William Regal, Seth Rollins. Came to the main roster, made a huge impact with Rollins and Roman as a Shield. Dean Ambrose, former Intercontinental Champion, former WWE Champion, former Tag Champion. The guy's done it all. I know he's leaving after WrestleMania. Ambrose is leaving WWE. I don't think he'll leave wrestling. I think he'll take maybe a couple months off. I don't know. Maybe he'll take only 2 or 3 months or a month off, and he'll come back and wrestle for some company on the indies. I'm pretty damn sure that AEW would love to sign Ambrose. But there's nothing left. Nothing. There's nothing left at all for Ambrose to do. There is absolutely nothing left for him to do in WWE. They made his character stale and corny and lame. And too PG. Ambrose shouldn't be PG if he's going to be a heel. He should be a full-fledged, nasty, angry heel. Out of control. And he can't be. He cannot be what he wants to be in WWE. I believe he's been unhappy for a while. He's hated. It's been reported he has hated the creative for his character. He's absolutely hated it, and he's miserable. But good for him for staying as long as he did. I'm surprised he didn't want to leave like 2-3 years ago. I'm sure he's made big money. He's probably saved it. To me, Ambrose doesn't seem like a guy that would blow his money. I doubt it. So, anyways, it was reported Dean Ambrose was offered a new contract he would have made 7 figures. 5-year contract. He doesn't want to sign it. He's not going to. He's going to be gone. I wouldn't be shocked to see Ambrose in AEW in the summer or at the end of the year. And I wouldn't be shocked to see Ambrose anywhere else. In Impact, maybe, or Major League Wrestling, maybe. But I would like to see Ambrose maybe in Ring of Honor or AEW. So number 34, Dean Ambrose. Guy's had a really good run in WWE, but not since he's returned from injury. His character's been lame and corny and way too PG. Just ridiculous, stupid shit they had him do. Came out in a gas mask. That was kind of funny, but it was stupid. Every week, cutting promos, you all smell that's stupid. That was lame stuff the writers came up with for him. Number 34, Dean Ambrose. I respect the hell out of him. He was really good. And still is very good. Still can wrestle for probably the next 10 years. Or as long as he wants. Number 33, Bam Bam Bigelow. One of the best big men in the business. The Beast from the East. Didn't hold many titles, as far as I know. The only titles I know he's held were the IWGP Tag titles, ECW World title, ECW TV title. That's it. I don't know any other titles he's held. But Bam Bam Bigelow, the guy was so damn good. Had a great look. Tattooed his head. That's insane. And I'm sure it hurt. Had a great look. Was a great big man. Could have great matches with anybody. Could have good matches with small guys, with cruiserweights. Had great matches with Bret Hart. Bam Bam Bigelow, number 33. Number 32. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Before he was the $1 Million Man. Great character. Iconic character that he was given. But before he went to WWF, Ted DiBiase was a great worker. Really good worker. Had great matches in Mid-South wrestling. Just had really good matches in Mid-South in the early 80s. Then he went to WWF. Became a huge star. Probably became a millionaire. In real life, I don't know how much he's paid, but the $1 Million Man is one of the best characters, in my opinion, in wrestling. The guy had one of the best characters ever because he got to travel first class and in limos because Vince wanted him living the gimmick. So he paid for limos and first class tickets for Ted DiBiase. Now, I guess it's been reported, other wrestlers have said Ted DiBiase was always cheating on his wife. Who cares? That doesn't bother me. That's none of my business, and I don't really care what he did in his personal life. I know he's super religious now. Nothing's wrong with that. Just, I don't know, if you're super religious, don't push your religion on anybody else or push it on me because I'm not religious at all, and I never will be. All religions, I think, are a con. They just want to take your money. So anyways, number 32, Ted DiBiase. How can anybody ever forget he had the $1 Million title? That was awesome. And only held the tag titles in the WWF. Was good enough, in my opinion, to be a WWF champion, but it never happened. Number 32, Ted DiBiase. And later, in the late 90s, He appeared in WCW, joined the NWO. That was pretty cool. Number 31, Vern Gagne from the AWA, the founder of the AWA. Vern Gagne in his prime. The guy was a great wrestler, great amateur wrestler. Many-time AWA World Champion because he was the owner of the territory. It's probably, I don't know, probably over a 10-time AWA champion. Vern Gagne was really good. Had great matches with Nick Bockwinkel. Had great matches against Billy Robinson. Vern Gagne, number 31. Number 30. I saw this guy first make his debut in the United States in ECW. Number 30, Yoshihiro Tajiri. The guy was so damn good. So good. So fun to watch. The tarantula on the ropes. That's a great move. The kicks he did. The high flying. He could do lucha libre. He could do any wrestling style. Tajiri was great. Even when he returned in the Cruiserweight Classic and was part of 205 Live for a short time, Tajiri was still good. Number 30, Tajiri. Former Cruiserweight Champion in WWE. Former Tag Champion with William Regal. I think with William Regal. Former ECW Tag Champion, Tajiri and Mikey Whipwreck. They were a damn good team. And oh my God, in ECW, Tajiri and Super Crazy had so many epic matches. What a great rivalry they had in 99 and 2000. Also, Mikey Whipwreck and Tajiri against the FBI. Great matches. Really good in the summer of 2000. Number 28. So I start with 37. I will go down to 27. Number 28. Or no, 29. Number 29. Brian Pillman. Brian Pillman. Damn good. Very good. Brian Pillman, when he started, when he debuted, the guy was a great athlete because he was in the NFL on the Cincinnati Bengals. I believe he's a special teams player and a linebacker, but he was still good, still made the NFL. For his size, that was an accomplishment, especially in the 80s. There weren't many small football players in the 80s. So debuted in, I believe, Stampede Wrestling. Debuted in WCW in 89. Had really good matches. The guy was a great high flyer, great athlete. Had great matches with, somehow, Lex Luger. He had great matches with Lex Luger. And that was super hard to do because Luger couldn't work for shit and didn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch. So number 29, Brian Pillman, the first ever, either the first or second ever WCW light heavyweight champion in 90, I think he won in 92 for the first time. But I think the belt debuted in 91. So I think Brian Pillman was the first WCW light heavyweight champion. Former, what else did he hold? I can't remember. I think the only title he held was the WCW light heavyweight title. But he was great. Flying Brian Pillman, the guy was so damn good. I'm very happy to see his son taking over his legacy in wrestling. That's really cool. That Brian Pillman Jr. wanted to get into wrestling. Brian Pillman was great, Flying Brian in WCW. Went to WWF, sadly. In 96, he got in a bad car accident. He was injured. He did not have a good run in WWF. He was a great heel and a great talker still, but couldn't really move in the ring. Couldn't wrestle good. anymore because his ankle was destroyed, even after surgery. So anyways, Brian Pillman was damn good, and the guy was such a good heel that you didn't know what was real and what was a work with Brian Pillman. The guy legitimately acted nuts. Nobody knew. I don't think any of the fans thought this is a storyline. This is a work. Brian Pillman is not that crazy. I couldn't tell. I thought he was nuts. I thought he was off his rocker. And he played up his gimmick so well that he didn't want to break character a lot. He did not want to break character to get the fans to think that he wasn't really nuts and that he wouldn't attack them or something like that. Once in ECW, when Brian Pillman went there in '96 for a short time, I think he just went there to get some money out of Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman just brought him in. I don't know why. He was barely there. But Pillman probably got a good payday out of it. So anyways, Brian Pillman in ECW pulled a fan out of the crowd, flipped a fan on the concrete. The guy fell on his head. And he started pulled a fan out of the crowd. Just attacked him. I don't know if that fan, I hope, was part of it. In on it, I hope. Because if not, I feel bad for that guy. Anyways, the guy, by the way, that Brian Pillman flipped over the guardrail, he had long red hair. So anyways, maybe it was a young Sheamus. Who knows? Number 29, Brian Pillman, Flying Brian. The guy was so fun to watch. The guy was a pleasure to watch. I don't think Brian Pillman's been inducted in the Hall of Fame, but he should be. Number 28, Mr. Perfect, Curt Hennig. The guy had great matches with everybody. Everybody he worked with or had a program with. Had great matches with Nick Bockwinkel. Really good matches with Nick Bockwinkel over the AWA title. Had great matches with Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart. So many. Later, in '97, Mr. Curt Hennig, he wasn't Miss Perfect anymore, but he always was to me. But Curt Hennig in WCW joined the NWO, turned on Ric Flair. They had a decent feud. I remember they had a match at World War III, '97. Pretty good match for the U.S. title. Curt Hennig was at his best in the AWA and really had the best run, in my opinion, of his career in the WWF as a Mr. Perfect character. It was such a good character. He was perfect, no pun intended. He was perfect to play Mr. Perfect. They shot those vignettes, all those little short videos of Mr. Perfect bowling, hitting a strike, playing basketball, hitting three-pointers, hitting half-court shots, playing golf, hitting hole-in-ones and putts. That was awesome. Throwing a football to himself. He was the quarterback, threw a touchdown pass to himself. And even in a damn swimming pool, Curt Hennig was doing a flip off the, what do they call that? Not the backboard. Diving. Forget what it's called. Diving board. The diving board, of course. I should have remembered that. Because for years, my aunt actually owned a really big swimming pool that I would go off the diving board a lot and do a lot of wrestling moves off it. Anyways. Curt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. The guy was just perfect at everything he did in the ring. Guy was really good. It was really good to see him in 2002 return to the WWF, have a couple of matches. He wasn't there for long. I don't know if he failed a drug test or if he went to rehab. I don't know. But he was gone pretty quick. It was really good to see Mr. Perfect in the 2002 Royal Rumble. After that, he actually appeared in NWA TNA for a couple shows on pay-per-view. And that was the last time we got to see him. Sadly, he passed away in 2003. Number 28, Mr. Perfect, Curt Hennig. He really was perfect. He had a great look. He was good at talking, good promo skills. He was a good good color commentator also. Really good. Number 27, the Great Muta. The Great Muta, legend. The guy was a great high flyer. The guy's a great heavyweight. The guy could wrestle anybody. The guy could have a good match with anybody. Great Muta had really great matches. No pun intended. Had great matches with Ric Flair, Sting, Terry Funk, so many others. Great Muta in a tag team against the Steiner brothers. That was good. A lot of great matches. Great Muta against Masahiro Chono. They had great matches in New Japan. I don't know if I'm not sure if the Great Muta works with New Japan backstage or what. I don't know where he is. I'm sure he still works in the business. I think he does own a company or runs a company or has ownership in a wrestling company in Japan. I'm pretty sure of that. I know TNA years ago did a pay-per-view where Great Muta was on it, or he's a part of a lockdown or something like that. I don't know what the companies in Japan that he's a part of. I'm not sure. Might have been 01 or something like that. Maybe he's a part of New Japan backstage. I don't know. If you know, leave it in the comments. What is the Great Muta up to and where does he work? Or what company is he running or a part of? Maybe he's a booker. I don't know. But number 27, the Great Muta. What a look. The guy had a great look. Dressed up like a ninja. Awesome. Had a great look. Great face paint. Just great look. Great athlete. Great wrestler. The guy's a legend. Great Muta should go in the Hall of Fame. I know he never worked for WWE, but he deserves to be in there anyways. Number 27, the Great Muta. Hope you enjoyed this part 7 of my top 100 wrestlers. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll give you the list real fast. Number 37, Barry Windham. 36, Brock Lesnar. 35, Tommy Dreamer. 34, Dean Ambrose. 33 was Bam Bam Bigelow. 32, Ted DiBiase. Number 31, Vern Gagne. Number 30, Tajiri. Number 29, Brian Pillman. Number 28, Mr. Perfect, Curt Hennig. Number 27, the Great Muta. Hope you enjoyed this Top 100 Wrestlers Part 7. Bye for now.